Greetings and welcome to another episode of Play Unplugged TV. I'm your host, Enrico Nardini. We're here at Gen Con 2013, and I'm here with friend of the site and owner of Skirmisher Publishing, Mike Varhola. And Mike, it's all about Bookforge.
That's right. Bookforge is a awesome concept that we have just launched and which will be fully functional within about 2 weeks. People can access it at skirmisher.com, skirmisher.com. And what Bookforge is an online store. Oh my God, we don't have any online stores where you can buy gaming content, do you?
But this one has a very unique twist.
It does. Rather than being a store where you can spend $10 or $20 on a source book, it's a store where you can buy individual pieces of game content in microtransactions. So somebody can go on and rather than spend $20 to get 200 feats and only use 6 of them, they could spend 60 cents and buy 6 feats at 10 cents a piece. So it's a site where people can go to buy game content, an individual spell, a monster, a skill, a feat, a weapon, and NPC in microtransactions ranging from 0 cents, because there's a lot of free content up there, to maybe 50 cents. So very low prices, and people can target exactly the content they want.
Now that's an awesome idea in and of itself, but there's more to it because not only are they able to buy the things in microtransactions, but using all of those microtransactions, they can actually build their own
source books. So that's the other half of Bookforge. Somebody could go on and they could say, for example, say they wanted to build their Wizard's custom spell book. They could take 15 spells out of the OGL SRD, because that's available up there in its entirety. They could buy 3 spells from us at 20 or 25 cents a piece. They could arrange them however they wanted in a custom source book. They could build their own custom source book with those spells. And then by August 30 or thereabouts, they'll be able to distill that source book into a PDF.
That's a fantastic idea. Super unique. Really nothing like that going on right now.
Nothing like that going on.
If I'm a GM and let's say I'm doing a desert-themed campaign, I could look and find and put together all the feats. I'm like, these are the feats my players could choose from because of their background doing this desert campaign.
Well, going beyond that, let's say you were doing a desert campaign, we have all of our content associated with various themes. So if you were to type in the word desert, everything that had the desert theme would pop up. So not just the feats, but the monsters that were desert themed, encounter areas. At this point, we've got just 27 encounter areas. We're just experimenting with getting those up there. But the idea is that we'll eventually have hundreds or thousands of individual encounter areas, and we'll set up menus and say, this is the Desert of Desolation adventure. These are the encounter areas you need to pick up at 25 cents a piece. Put them in this order, plug them into this template, hit distill, and you've got an instant adventure.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
And it's for the desperate DM who's like, oh my God, I've got a game tomorrow night. What am I going to do? He goes on to Bookforge, and we don't have these templates set up yet because we're doing it right now. Our IT guy, Brendan Cass, is working on these this very second. We didn't even let him come here this year because he's got to stay home and work. But somebody will be able to go on and pick from dozens and eventually hundreds of adventure templates and just plug in the components they want, add their own chapter heads and custom descriptions, distill it and print it out.
That's awesome. So right now in process, working on it, and you're getting closer and closer. But what's also in the, I'm asking to think farther in the future. What is in the future for it?
For Bookforge, map generator. We're going to have a random map generator built into it, so you'll be able to generate a map. It'll have keyed areas, and then you'll be able to go in and populate those keyed areas with encounter areas that we've got available on the site, with monsters that are available either for free or for pay, with NPCs. So that'll use the whole book and chapter system to allow you to actually populate an entire dungeon or even wilderness area eventually. So that's the map thing is one of the things I'm most excited about. And my IT guy keeps telling me, well, this is just a bell and whistle. We'll get to it. But this is what I want to see, because I think this is what's going to allow GMs to really create wonderful custom adventures.
So with all these things going on, what games right now are what game systems right now are the most readily available?
We are supporting 3 systems right now. One is OGL, And the entirety, except for a couple of files, of the OGL SRD is available for free for people to put into their library as individual components. We've got a bunch of pay content up there for the OGL system. Pathfinder is supported. We're working on getting the Pathfinder SRD up there, but of course it's always growing. So, you know, that's going to be a work in progress. There's a bunch of Pathfinder content up there. We're supporting the Mutant Future system. Mutant Future is a retro clone of Gamma World, so that's all basic system material for sci-fi and post-apocalyptic games. So those are the three that are available right now. Within the next couple of months, we'll be supporting Labyrinth Lord, which is a retro clone of basic D&D.
Yep, absolutely.
That'll be fully supported. We've got universal content up there already, including map tiles for areas like hedge mazes and taverns and inns. And that can be used for any systems. OGL, Pathfinder, and Mutant Future right now. Within the next couple of months, also Labyrinth Lord plus a growing body of universal material. We now have a license. Skirmisher has a license for Call of Cthulhu. So we're going to have Call of Cthulhu material. We're in talks with the D6 people to get a bunch of their existing backlog of material up there. And this will be something that anybody can get involved in because once we get the entirety of those SRDs available and the entirety of the Skirmisher library, which is 120 books, we're chopping up 120 books and putting them up on the site as individual pieces of content. Once that's up within the next couple months, anyone who wants to sign up for an account and come on board to upload their content and sell it on the site can do that.
That's fantastic. So one more time, just for the people who are watching and that want to get involved, where do you want them to go?
Go to skirmisher.com. skirmisher.com. Go to skirmisher.com. The Bookforge logo will pop up. Sign up for an account. Just sign up for an account. It's free. It's easy. And start browsing.
Sounds awesome. Mike, thanks for spending some time with us. Folks, we're also on the internet. Make sure you check out playunplugged.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And also make sure you leave a comment below for this video because we love that. And we'll see you next time.
He's like the big guy
That
who
would've been the
lifts the wheelchair on
What?
Clockwork Orange. Yeah, so he like holds the
By the
computer
way,
steady.
Andrew, Mike Varhola.
We introduced ourselves.
Okay, good. I'm terrible. Go for it. Very serious now. No,